Oh, maybe.
Yeah, maybe we'll run into her. I'll bump you into her. I'll push you on accident. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
No,
oh my
you
gosh,
push
are you?
her and I catch her.
No. No.
Da 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 da. Hey. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 11th ever offline TV podcast. I'm Disguised Toast, and today I'm joined by one of the newer members of offline TV, Miss. What's your name? No, I know it's Jody Corjade, but is that your real name?
Jody?
Jody.
Yeah.
J-O-D-I. It's not short for...
Why? Okay, I don't know. I've gotten this question my whole life. They're like, oh, is Jody short for something? I'm like, what would Jody be short for?
Jodith.
Do you think
Jodana.
No, my name is Jody, J-O-D-I. My last name is a secret. So, but that is my real name, Jody.
Wow, 4 letters. There's not a lot of people with 4 letters. Name one. Go ahead.
Lily. John. Yeah, that's it. There's only 3 of us.
Yeah, there's not
There's
a lot.
only 3 of us in the world.
You always think it's short for something, right?
Mike.
Nobody names their child Mike, M-I-K-E legally.
Sorry, Mikes.
Mike. You're a fucking weirdo if your name is Mike.
I feel like most people are named Michael.
Yeah, most people are named Mike.
And then they shorten it to Mike.
Mike, yeah. But what kind of parents name their kids Mike?
Agreed.
Yeah, and
Never
John
named my kid
is
Mike.
like short for Jonathan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that
I don't know.
John's?
No.
John is just John? Okay. But yeah, I'm joined by Jody. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you very much.
This is your first ever offline TV podcast.
I was about to not rebuttal, but I was also going to welcome you. You know, when like you go to the store and you're like, they like check you out, you know, and they're like, have a good day. Like, hope you enjoy your clothes. Like, you too. You know what I mean? But they didn't buy any clothes. I was going to do that. Yeah.
But I do appreciate it because not a lot of guests ask how I'm doing.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. It's been a rough few weeks. But
You want to talk about it?
Yeah. You know what? Let's flip it around. You're the host.
Yeah.
I'm the guest. All right, kick it off.
So, Toast, I heard that you had a lot going on the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I came back on Twitch.
Yeah.
A couple
Congrats,
weeks ago.
by the way.
Thank you. I was really excited.
Yeah,
about
warm
that.
welcome from Twitch, I saw.
Yeah, and I've been streaming on Twitch for a couple of weeks, and it's really hard. People expect like certain content all the time, and sometimes I just want to relax and play games with my friends, but they don't like that. But then the viewership goes down when I do that, so I kind of feel like I have this need to provide great content all the time, and it's giving me a lot of anxiety. Yeah.
Well, your Apex tournament was great.
Oh.
I think that a lot of people liked that, enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also think that people really enjoyed just like your late night Valorant streams. I heard that you did a 24-hour stream the other day for no reason.
Oh yeah, no, I just decided to do 24 hours because I woke up really late at night. And I'm like, oh man, I feel so unproductive, so I did a 24-hour stream.
I wish that when I felt unproductive, I would do 24-hour streams.
What do you do when you're productive?
When I'm productive?
When you feel unproductive?
I usually just indulge in whatever I want to do. And then I just hope that the next day I'm feeling better. Mm-hmm. I've been reading a lot.
You read?
Yes, I do. But it's like I binge read. I'm kind of like a binge person in general. So I'll go a little bit of time without like reading or like whatever it is that I'm interested in. And then I'll go through these moments that I just binge. And right now I'm reading like this series and a bunch of books. I'm back into reading and I will do nothing else.
What's the series?
It's called From Blood and Ash.
It sounds like one of those young adult novels.
If you are above the age of 18, you can definitely read it. I wouldn't recommend it to you. It's a little spicy.
Is it one of those adult novels?
It's definitely more adult themed, but it's not erotica. But it is pretty smutty.
Is the main character a girl? Mm-hmm. And is there multiple guys or just one guy?
Just one main character guy. Mm-hmm. It's actually really interesting. Do you read?
No, not generally. I feel like people don't read it too much these days.
Yeah, I don't really like talk or bond to many people. The only other person that I know reads as much as I do is Brooke. Mm-hmm. And we like bounce off book recommendations to each other. So
why reading? Why not play games? Why not go watch a TV show, play TFT?
I've always read, like ever since I was younger. I think because my mom read a lot. Like, okay, when my mom would go grocery shopping and she like dropped me off at Barnes and Noble, and I would always like go to the manga section. And that's when my obsession with Vampire Knight happened. And so I've always read, and it started with like a little bit of manga and then a little bit of whatever my mom was reading and would recommend me. And then it's kind of just been that way ever since.
Got it. And speaking of your mom, so we have this segment. I did this segment on stream yesterday. It's called Guess That Asian. Did you hear about it?
No.
It's very simple. What I did was I had viewers submit pictures of themselves, Asian people.
Okay.
And I tried to guess which country they're from. So you mentioned your mom, and I remember doing this with John a couple of weeks ago, where I tried to guess if his mom or his dad was the Asian one, because you're mixed.
Yes.
But we actually don't know which is the Asian.
So I'm half Chinese, half Norwegian. That's all I'll give you.
So with John, I went with the strategy that white people steal Asian women. I think it's a pretty safe bet. So I think it'll work here as well. I'm going to guess your dad is white and your mom's Asian.
No. My mom is Norwegian and my dad is Chinese. Both of them are like, I think it's like 98%. They like took that DNA test, you know?
Round of applause for Jody's dad, living the American dream. So how did they meet?
I think that they met through work. Like she was working at the front desk of wherever he was working. I think it ended up being a bet or something. Like my dad, I don't remember really the story, but something about like my dad was interested in my mom, but my mom's coworker liked my dad. And then she's like, oh, I could go out with David. No problem. And then now they're married.
Wow. She went out with him on a bet and now there.
Supposedly. I'm not really sure.
Wow.
From what I know.
Okay. And what was upbringing? How did you get involved in gaming?
I have been gaming since I can remember. My parents actually game. So does my brother. I think they probably bought, I don't know. I think like our first console was the N64. My dad had it. And then we like played like GoldenEye and Mario Kart and things like that. And then the Xbox 360 came out. We played Halo as like a family. My brother was like incredibly good at games growing up. So it was always like us three against him because we could not beat him. And then that was really just like the catalyst of everything. And then I started having my own consoles and yeah.
Now, how did you start getting into streaming?
I was at PAX West.
You just went to PAX West for fun as a gamer fan?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I went to PAX West. That was I don't remember. I met someone in college and they were also into gaming. They're like, oh yeah, PAX West. And I'm like, I don't know how that is. And they're like, well, like I have a ticket for you if you want to go. So I went with my ex-boyfriend at the time. And like I walked past the Twitch like booth and it was huge. And I was like, what is this? It's huge. And my ex-boyfriend was like, oh, it's Twitch. It's like a live streaming platform. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like live stream, huh? I was like, I don't know. I didn't really I have never seen live streaming. Like I didn't understand. And he's like, people just watch people play video games. I'm like, you live stream? I was like, how do you live stream that? I was like, I just didn't understand it at all. But then I also had never had a PC. So I only was a console gamer until I worked in the IT department of my campus. Built a computer, all that stuff. My ex-boyfriend did as well, and we started gaming. He started streaming first, and I would watch his streams. I was like, this is so fun. And I was like, there's so many moments in games where you pop off and you go to school and you're like, dude, I like 1v4 this team, blah, blah, blah. And no one believes you. And then I was like, now you get to see it. So then I was like, oh, this is super fun. And you get to talk to people. And then I started streaming.
Wow. How much views did he have when he started out?
I have no idea. I don't remember. It was like 15.
And then you started streaming.
Yeah.
And you guys were both streaming.
Yes.
Okay. And then next big thing was streamer camp, right?
I would say that, yeah, that was the biggest thing.
Yeah. But how'd you get linked up to streamer camp?
I just kind of was streaming. I followed everybody. Like I was so interested in the streamer world.
Did you follow me?
I followed everybody in the stream world, of course. And okay, honestly, I followed a lot of girls because that was really the content that I was watching.
It sounds like you didn't follow me, is what you're saying.
I don't know what's leading you to believe that at all.
Hey guys, it's me, sponsor Yvonne. Toast is doing a 48-hour stream today, so I guess I'll be taking over. The holidays are here. Did you guys get all of your gift shopping done yet? And if not, and wait a second, it says if you're procrastinating like me, I don't procrastinate here. Who wrote the script? Okay, well, regardless, this might be the perfect choice for you. Today, I'm here with E-Tech City's cordless neck back massager. And do you know anyone who could use a massage, but you don't want to be the one to give it to them? Or maybe you're the one who wants a massage and nobody wants to give you one. Well, if you order today on Amazon, it'll arrive before Christmas, so click the link in the description below. And by the way, Kasori, E-Tech City, and Lavoy are all sister companies. All right, that's all. Now let's get back to the podcast.
Anyways, so I'm not sure when I followed you. I have no idea. Probably when I met you, I think. But I followed a lot of the girls. So at the time, I was just streaming, and then I got a Twitter notification. Actually, I wasn't streaming. I was on campus. I got a Twitter notification from, like, I think it was Leslie, Jamie, I don't remember exactly who, but apparently they were watching one of my streams, and they're like, this girl's so cute. We love her. She's, like, so great. We love her lighting. And they were tweeting me. They're like, oh, my God, you're so cute. We love your lighting. Where's your lighting from? And that was kind of everything. It was really lucky.
Why do you say lucky?
Because what are the chances that a streamer or many successful streamers like look at your stream who probably has 30 viewers and they're like,
yeah, do you remember what you were playing?
League
of Legends.
Might have been PUBG actually.
Okay.
I can't remember. League or PUBG. It was in that timeline.
30 viewers, and then they came across your stream and reached out for streamer camp.
Let's see. Reached out. Then I took a vacation during spring break to California, I believe. That was when I met everyone in real life. I like went to an OTV party.
You went to an OTV party?
Wow, you don't remember?
I
you don't
do
remember
not
meeting
remember.
me?
Which party?
It was at the old house.
Was it a New Year's party?
No, it was just like some random party. I mean, it was during spring break, so that was. I haven't been to school in a while. I don't know when it's whatever. Anytime, and you guys just had a random party, and I think it was Leslie who invited me.
Got it. Leslie's not in part of the OTV house. I don't know what she's doing inviting people.
Sorry, Leslie, I just threw it under the bus. But yeah, then I met everybody, and that was really great because I didn't really like have friends in college. I was just like truly just studying the whole time. So yeah, it was like a new experience.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And then streamer camp, and then what was your experience like with streamer camp? Yeah,
it was amazing. I had never collaborated with anyone like that other than playing games, but I was pretty solo streaming. Like I never really had a squad to play with. I would constantly play with like my community, or I was just randomly like solo queuing PUBG and stuff like that. So I didn't really collaborate too much. Like it was really rare. So then when I got to collaborate in person, I was like, this is amazing. I love this. And I just felt really fulfilled, I guess is the word. I remember being really euphoric. Like I cried at the end of streamer camp being like, I'm friends. Like this is the greatest thing of my life. So it was like a really great experience overall.
Did you have any anxiety going to streamer camp, like having to do IRL stuff with all these strangers, all these other streamers, or were you really comfortable with stuff like that?
I don't think I had anxiety with this, like the idea of doing things with strangers or whatever. I think I was more just anxious of people on other people's stream liking me and also trying to showcase my personality. Because, I mean, that's a lot of people.
It is.
And you're trying to, I guess, take advantage of the opportunity without you want to share the spotlight and stuff. I don't know.
Yes.
But that was where my anxiety was really rooted, but not in the sense that I was like anxious about like collaborating or anything like that.
And now you're part of OTV.
Yeah.
How does that feel? Does this
still really surreal?
Really? Because I've been part of OTV for a while. It's like it's not that great.
Well, I remember when you guys announced OTV, and I think I was on campus as well, and it was like, holy shit. Like, I don't know. And I remember when I got invited to the OTV party, I'm like, I got invited to an OTV party? Like, it's surreal.
It's really not that cool.
Yeah, now that I'm here, it's really
now that you've been here, like what have your feelings experienced? Anything change, or everything's pretty much the same?
I'm busy. I feel
a
very
lot
busy.
busier, right? With this like podcast, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We'll cut into your schedule.
It's a good busy.
It's good busy, yeah.
I always I never want to feel like I'm complaining about being busy because I think that being busy is like a good sign of success. So, but I am busy, trying to learn how to balance life.
Were you this busy when OTV started, Toast?
Oh, when I first joined OTV, well, I joined OTV like I think 1 year into it, and I'll be honest, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing when I arrived. They were doing the dumbest shit, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening here?"
But you still joined.
I got tricked into joining, man. I was supposed to just sleep over for like a weekend for TwitchCon, and then they're like, "Okay, tomorrow we're gonna film your announcement video." Yeah.
What?
And I was really awkward back then, and I was like, I don't want to say like,
What?
oh, I don't know you guys, complete strangers. I met Scara once, and the old manager like a couple times, and I met Lily once, and it's just like, okay, well, you're gonna be living with us, you're gonna be joining our group, and
How was this not discussed with you at least?
Yeah, I was flabbergasted. But it was just like, what do you even say at that point? It's like, no, I'm not going to join you guys. I was only here for the weekend.
Yeah, I think you say exactly that.
Yeah, probably that. But at that
Well, it worked out. Hopefully, I hope.
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out. Yeah, that was my experience. It was cool because I'm very shy and introverted. And it was just a lot of existing streamers. A lot of the people there have been streaming longer than me, but I had the most viewers because I was the most popular and I was really good at games.
Of course.
So it was a very weird dynamic where like I'm coming into this ecosystem, and man, was the ecosystem bad then. Like, because there was so little viewership amongst everyone was just like, I need every single piece of like clout I can get. Every viewer is so important to me. Like nowadays it's pretty easy going because our community is huge, right? And there's like, I would say hundreds of thousands of fans that kind of just rotate around all the streamers, and everyone knows each other. Like, all my fans know who you are. Your fans probably know who I am. And like, they watch you, they watch me. So it feels a lot safer to know that there's a support network behind. But back then, I remember it was so awkward at times because there would be streamers that shared the same audience. Like 90% of their viewers are shared with their roommates. And it just creates these weird dynamics where, oh, if they're streaming, then I can't stream. And like where all the jokes from one streamer carries over to the next one. And you kind of don't have your own identity. So yeah, that was the very beginning of my experience with OTV. But it was like the Wild West. Like all that shipping content. Like we didn't really know what was going on, but the viewers loved that shit. Yeah. Were you watching back then?
It was the Wild West.
It was the Wild West, right?
It really was.
It's like you don't really know what you're doing. You just know, wow.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot of attention. It's like, I love this. But it's like, is this getting out of control?
Yeah.
Like, at what point is this for content? At what point this is like... And yeah, it was...
Did you collaborate with people prior to OTV?
No, I hate my competition before coming to California. Like I despise all other Hearthstone streamers because they're competition, right? And you need to crush them because there's no collaboration in Hearthstone. It's a 1v1 game. You gain no benefit by being nice to other Hearthstone streamers.
Okay.
You ever feel that way?
No.
No? You don't see other like Valorant streamers as like, this guy, I'm better than him.
No.
Why?
I don't know. How would I pinpoint why I don't feel a certain way?
Don't you feel you're a very competitive person.
I feel competitive if it affects me directly, but I guess I do not feel like the success of others directly affects me.
But those are your viewers.
But they're not.
But they could be, and they're taking them.
But it's not like, I guess it's kind of like maybe I should view it this way, but I don't. I kind of just view streaming as like this push and pull, like the grind, but also the luck and opportunity of it and being an opportunist. But I also want to have a balance in my life where I don't let stream consume me, which I think is really easy. So I think that I could probably really feel this way or like view people like that, but I think it would be too consuming for me at least.
You don't want to spend time thinking about how much you hate the other streamers.
Yeah, I'm good.
Got it. Let me ask you something as a woman.
Coming from a woman,
Yeah.
you say that.
As a woman, which you are.
You're correct.
So I would say you're like the best female Valorant streamer.
Wow. Okay.
But like when you hear stuff like that, because when it comes to the gaming scene, like people make a very big distinction between guys and girls. It's like, oh my God, a girl streamer versus like a guy streamer, right? And you've experienced that. The negative side, I'm sure a lot when you play Valorant, like when you use voice chat, when you type, it's like a lot of misogyny just comes flying out just because, hey, you're a girl in the space, right? But when people compliment, I swear this.
So I know I was
This
giggling
bug.
and he's like the misogyny in the game and I'm giggling because there's a fly around his face.
I'm so down. But when people even compliment you, it's like, yeah, you're like the best female Valorant streamer, for example. Like, and when we do award shows, like, oh yeah, she's one of the top female, blah, 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 top females, blah, blah, blah. How does that make you feel? That they have to qualify with like gender, the number one? Because when it comes to gaming, men and women have a very different experience. Like even on their way up, like the challenges women face will never be faced by men, right? So there are merits to like separating the two experiences because it's not one-to-one. But at the same time, it's like, is it good to qualify things like, oh, she's the top female streamer versus just she's one of the best streamers flat out?
Well, part of me is like, okay, it's amazing to be recognized because I think that it's oftentimes that we're not. It does feel like a jab. It's kind of like, I don't even know. I don't know the feeling. It's like you feel really proud, but at the same time, you're like, oh, but I wouldn't stand a chance. Like if you were to compare me to any guy, you would choose them to be better than me. Whether it be for skill or entertainment or whatever, it wouldn't matter. Like it all comes down to gender, which I hate. Like yeah. But I think like those comments are not always like, I think if somebody's like, oh, you're like the best female Valorant streamer, which that's like a really big shoe to fill in the first place. But I always know that those individuals are coming from like a really good spot. Yeah. But it's kind of like, okay, kind of, you know, it like doesn't feel great, but it doesn't, I understand. All right. But I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah.
Because you want to be just known as the best Valorant player or best Valorant streamer, right?
I don't know if I want to be known as the best. That would require a lot of skill and time that I don't think that I have invested into the game. I would like to be recognized as a really great Valorant streamer, whether that is dependent on skill or like the entertainment of it. Yeah. But I like this idea that I am good enough to be good enough, you know, like in terms of making good games, but also like hoping that my personality shines through as well. And that is what I hope is what makes a good Valorant content creator, I guess. When people are like, oh, you're a great female. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know a lot of girls look up to you as a role model in the scene. Like on social media, I think everyone always, especially in the girl community, like everyone praises you because you don't really tolerate like any sexism, any misogyny. Because when I watch you play Valorant, like inevitably at some point something sexist comes flying out, and your response is usually very like shut the fuck up kind of deal.
Yeah, I'm pretty aggressive when it comes to that. I've had a lot of girls this past year come to me and they're like, you inspire me. I got into Valorant because of you. I play Reyna because of you. And like you have proven to me that I like deserve a space in the gaming scene, whether I'm good or bad at video games. And that is like what fulfills me the most. That like was what makes me even want to continue to play competitive games. And there's a bug on your face.
You were saying?
I don't remember the question. What are we talking about?
Were you always like this, or did you have to like learn to be like this?
Like what? Sorry.
Like to take no shit from sexists?
I think I have been a take no shit individual for most of my life, but not. Maybe I would feel that way, but I didn't have the voice to say it. But my moral compass has always been kind of thing when I see someone wronged or someone talked down upon, especially in the way that by chat will occasionally talk to me. And I mean, it's not like I started standing up for myself for others. I didn't think that people would be inspired by it. I didn't think that people would be yeah, fuck yeah, girl boss gangbang shit, you know? But I was just sick of it. I was so fucking sick of it. I remember I hit plat or something in Valorant, and I had so many people in my chat, you're not plat, you're so fucking bad. And I was like, bitch. And I was like, I'm hitting immortal. Fuck everybody. Fuck you. I'm going to get so fucking good at this game. Sorry, am I allowed to swear on this podcast?
You are.
I was like, oh, this shit was 3 F-bombs. But while I wish that determination came from a more, I don't know, pure, I guess, motivation. No, I was just mad. I was just I deserve a space in the gaming scene, and you're not going to listen to me if I'm bad at this game. And I hate that I had to get good in order for people to listen to me. But as long as I have the platform that I have and that I am good at this game, I will continue to use it and hope to just reassure others you don't have to be good at a game. You can play. They're for fun. And everybody else just sucks. Shut up. I hate when people come to my channel and you're right, girls are bad at games. But
yeah,
thankfully I don't see it that much anymore. Probably because people know if you come into my chat and you be saying shit, I'm gonna bite your neck off. So
yeah, one thing I noticed for myself, I like bantering with people, when I play with Yvonne and Lily, and it's fun to kind of just yell at them or flame them. I would flame any guy friend, any girlfriends. But the problem then becomes when I do flame my girl friends, girl space friends, when they do bad, as we all do, if someone whiffs an ult, someone misses a shot, it's normal to just kind of give them some shit, right? To troll them. But when it comes to girls, it's you would do that, and then some people in my chat would be yeah, girls are fucking bad at games. It's that's I'm just flaming a friend, and now you made a sexist thing, and it kind of sucks because it kind of conditions me. It's I want to joke around with my friend, but I can't do that because there are sexist people in the chat that would use that as an opportunity. Well, Toast said it, and Toast is a smart guy, so I guess girls are bad at game. It was a lesson I had to learn when I was playing with more prominent female streamers, and it's just I said some things what was it? They were playing a character in League of Legends that was kind of cheesy, and they popped off. I'm yeah, but you were playing Annie, for example. It's pretty tame shit talk, just giving your friend a hard time. But I remember after it's hey, I know you were joking, but just a comment like that, people will weaponize against me to discredit me, and it kind of sucks, right?
Yeah.
So, more of the story: don't be sexist. So so I can flame my friends equally because I believe in gender equality.
I do think that you should flame your friends equally. I do, but
I wish I could, right?
I understand the implication. I know chat's gonna. Okay,
yeah,
it's really
hard.
what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
You could very easily just fuck you guys. Girls are good at games. These are my friends, and we're gonna banter. If you don't understand what banter is, then fuck off. Yeah. Okay, but you don't have to be as aggressive. But but. This idea, I understand how complicated it is, but just for me, I would want you to banter with me. I wouldn't want you to treat me differently because I'm a girl, but I would also want you to understand that it could be weaponized and that you would be willing to take maybe that extra step to be yeah, guys, you guys suck. Stop being sexist in chat.
Yeah,
because people would listen to you.
Boys, you have a responsibility in the gaming space to make it as safe for the ladies as possible.
Any guy that stands up for any girl in a voice com, it's happened to me. It's always super appreciated. So,
so that's a good point because sometimes I don't do that because I don't want to come off as, don't worry, lady, I got this. Sit down. I'll defend you against this sexist man. Because I've had this talk with Pokey before, and she said, I appreciate a guy voice. And like my original thinking was like, well, I don't want to be like, hey, she can't defend herself because she's a woman, so let me step in and speak for her. I kind of like let her like fight her battle. But we've talked in the past, and she's like, she appreciates that, but sometimes, especially in the gaming space, she does need like some guys to say something on her behalf. And that's crazy because like, it's Pokemon, right? She's like one of the boss girl bitches, right? But even she
Get that
was
on a shirt.
but even she was like, hey, every now and then, like if you feel like it, I appreciate it just because you're a guy and I'm a girl. So what's the thought process behind that?
I wish that more guys in the scene were outspoken because no matter what I say, no matter what I do, no matter how good I am at a game, some men will just not listen to me. Like my opinion and my skill does not matter. They will just make up some excuse and I'm just like another whatever in their ear. But to hear it from someone, especially like disguised toast, like someone that I'm sure they would respect or like at least listen to, would be, I think anyone would feel really good about it. But I can't understand how someone would feel maybe like, oh, he's like trying to like take my or pick my battle for me or whatever. But I would rarely think that would be how people feel. I think if anything, people would be really grateful. Because I don't think that we receive that kind of help a lot.
Now, before we move on to the next segment of the podcast, I just want to say a huge thank you to our sponsor, Kasori, for providing
I can't lift my arm.
these foot massagers that we've been using the whole time. Because we treat our guests and hosts real good here. They get their foot massaged all the time with these foot massagers. So if you want to get one for the holidays, check out the link in the description below and have your foot massaged today. Are you attending the gala?
I don't know. I didn't know that it was today. I thought today was Wednesday. So
Today's
You thought
Saturday.
today was Wednesday.
I thought today was Wednesday. So I'm now learning it's Saturday,
You're
right?
supposed to record it on a Saturday. You were 3 days off.
Thank you for pointing it out. Yeah, so my schedule's just a little off. So I was not prepared. I don't know if I'm honestly might just go home and read.
You don't? Okay. For those who don't know, we got invited to not a gala.
The round MVP. Attention, prepare for lunar landing. Unidentified combatants in the area.
But the after party of God. So we didn't make the actual event. We made the after party of the event.
We're not cool enough for the actual gala, but the after
So
party.
the gala has a very famous celebrities, Asian celebrities. I'm talking John Cho, Sandra Oh, Steven Yeun, Simu Liu, Nikki the performer, like all the Asian who's of Hollywood, right? Mm-hmm. But we're not invited. Mm-hmm. But we are invited to the after party of that event.
Well, I think technically we could have gone, but it's like $25,000 for a table.
I feel like you're just buying the table at that point.
You should have done it.
To sit in the same space as those famous celebrities.
Yes.
You're probably in a back table too.
It's like
Can't even
way.
see.
Well, I was just gonna walk up to their table. It's like, hey man, big fan. So now I'm thinking, because to them we're just normal people, right? It's like we're the lesser Asians,
Of course,
and they're the
yes.
higher tier of Asians. So I'm thinking, this is what I've been getting into the mindset of. Let's say this was TwitchCon, where we would be the top dogs.
Okay.
Right? And there was an after party where the lesser streamers, like the people who get 50 viewers, 100 viewers, and they're looking to talk to us. How would someone approach me in that situation that makes me want to talk to them so that I can have that same approach going to a celebrity event? Does that make sense?
I don't know how to talk to celebrities.
Yes, but how would fans talk to you to make you want to talk to them? Right?
I mean, I'm trying to think of after every TwitchCon after party, people are just like huddled around people that they know.
Right.
It's like more so you just get you just meet people's acquaintances.
Okay.
You have to have someone on the inside, Toast. You need to know someone famous that's going, who knows the other person that's famous, and then you can stand in the same circle as them, and then maybe they'll make eye contact with you.
Oh, okay. You were a small streamer once. See, I never had that luxury because I went from a huge YouTube channel to a huge stream right away.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it's like to be a small
Yeah.
streamer, but you had that experience.
Absolutely.
So how did you talk to big streamers and become their friends?
Well, actually, they reached out to me and talked to me. So
Fuck.
maybe you'll get the same treatment someday.
So I need to wait until a mainstream Asian celebrity reach out to me.
Yeah.
So what's the point of me attending this event?
Good point. Maybe there's some good food. Honestly, I feel like after parties are gonna have
There-
some
there
good
would
food
be
and
good
some great
food.
cocktails. I don't know if I'm gonna go.
Why not?
Because I have to go home. I gotta go put on a dress.
You can just wear this. You
I
look
can't-
great.
This is not. They said it's like a black tie event.
I don't think they'll be that strict on the ladies.
There's no way that I'm going to go to an event. One, okay, underdressed ever in my life. Two, if there's a bunch of famous Asian people, as you say, I'm not showing up in a turtleneck crop sweater.
You are wearing green. That's like jade. Asian people love jade.
You're right. I'll wear my all my jade jewelry.
Yeah, wear the jade stuff. They're like, oh, so Asian.
My grandmother would be very proud.
So are you coming?
I don't know. I have to go all the way home. I have to get dressed, and I have to go all the way there by myself.
The event's going to be in 1 hour. You don't have time to go downtown. And they're closing the door at 11. It's either this or nothing.
What if we just get someone, get a driver to bring your dress here?
That's pretty smart, Brennan. That could work.
Yeah, because you're also in the neighborhood already. We're very close to the event. It's like a 10-minute drive.
Yeah. This podcast has suddenly turned into peer pressure to go to the call.
Okay, here's the thing. This podcast is going to come out in 4 days.
Okay.
And once it comes out, everyone's going to be like, so Jody, how was the event? Who'd you meet? What pictures did you take? And you would have to explain to them how you didn't go meet famous Asian celebrities. Do you want to do that? Or do you want to tell them, I had a blast. I met Steven Yeun. I met John Cho. And now, we're friends. Do you want to tell that story? Or
Do you
the
think
story-
I'm really going to be friends with some famous Asian people after this? Are we going to end up in Shang-Chi 2 together?
don't take my thing. That's the most offensive thing any guest has said to me on this podcast. Okay.
It's all yours. I don't even
It's
want
my
it.
thing. All right. You can also be an extra if you
I don't want it.
You don't want to be an extra?
No.
You don't think it's a worthy dream to have and dedicate your entire life around?
I never said that.
Then why don't you want to be an extra? It's an honor to be an extra in Shang-Chi 2.
I'm just incredibly busy.
Okay, that's understandable. So you wouldn't want to be in Shang-Chi 2?
I'd do it.
That's a trick question! But I think we will be friends with some Asian celebrities at some point. Like, I don't want to say too much now because it's fucking cringe. If it ever becomes like I am friends with them, someone's gonna feel like, oh, yeah, clip this. Like, this guy's a fucking fanatic of you. Don't be his friend kind of deal. Because if it turns out, like, for example, I see a clip of Broden from like 3 years ago. It's like, yeah, I'm a big Disguised Toast fan. I hope I can be like really close with him one day. That would freak me out to see that clip.
Yeah, but then Broden would prove that he's like so talented, worthy to be working alongside OTV. Maybe you could just be like, I know how to play Hearthstone. Look at all the skill that I have.
Or I'm just an expert social climber that I can claim it and then hit it.
The hardest thing would be if they met me with the feeling that I'm a fan, right? Because that's just a very different power dynamic. Like if I'm at a meet and greet and like a fan came up to me, that's like, oh, you're a fan. Let me put you in this category. But if they came at me, it's like, yo, what's up, man? Yeah, I've seen your work. Yo, I'm like this X and X famous person. It's like, oh, okay, so we're like peers kind of deal. So if they put me in that fan bucket, I'm just fucked from the beginning. So
I wonder if that's true.
That's true.
Is it? Or like you approach someone and maybe you're not a crazy fan, but you're like, I love your work. You inspire me. I love everything you do.
I want a picture. Do you think asking for a picture would be too fanish?
You know what you can do? You have you bring someone in and then they be like, oh, can I get a photo of you two together? And then you don't even, you don't suggest it, but you get it anyways.
Why do you know this?
I don't know. I just came up with it.
Are you sure? You never done this before?
I don't know.
It's a brilliant fucking plan.
It is.
It's a brilliant plan.
No, it is. And then you just have that person keep taking photos like, okay, you two now together? And they pretend to be a photographer.
Oh my God. We take a fancy camera.
Okay. I'm going tonight. We're taking a fancy camera. We're getting photos of everyone.
All right, we got a plan. When this comes out, they're going to see all the pictures we've taken. Okay, so I'll bring the fancy camera. How are we going to set it up? Okay, let's say, we need to replay through this. Okay. John Cho, you know who John Cho is, right?
I don't know the names of anyone.
Okay, the newest Cowboy Bebop, the main guy.
Oh.
He's also Harold and Kumar, that guy.
Okay, fine. Sandra Oh.
She's Grey's Anatomy.
I don't know names of anyone, regardless if they are Asian or no one.
Randall Park.
Oh, who?
Okay, no, go, keep going.
I was going to say, I recently mixed up Tom
Hanks?
Hiddle.
Tom Hiddleston. Hiddleston.
Which one is that?
Loki.
Never mind. The other one. The one that's dating Zendaya.
Tom Holland.
I
Spider-Man.
I thought that Tom Holland was Tom Riddle. Tom Riddle is Voldemort. So I do not know the names of anyone.
Shang-Chi. The actor.
I don't know.
Have you seen Shang-Chi?
I don't remember. Yes, I don't remember any names unless I meet you and we have interacted and I read your name often. I'm
Do you know any famous Asian celebrities?
Yao Ming. I don't even watch basketball. My dad would talk about him all the time growing up. So,
all right, hypothetically, Yao Ming's at this party, and you want a picture with him. How do you set it up?
I would be in his vicinity.
Okay, yeah, he's at the bar, and you're like at the other side.
But my back would be to him. Okay.
Okay, because you're like,
because I'm casual. I don't even know he's
Yao
there.
Ming, who's that?
Hopefully, someone with a fancy camera that we've placed in this party comes up, be like, "Hey, can I get a photo of you two?" Just
Isn't he gonna be like, "Why am I taking a photo with this girl?"
Then the photographer's gonna be like, "Oh, one more with you two, and then one more. Great, thank you. Have a great night."
And that's it?
Yeah.
That's not gonna make you friends with Yao Ming though. It's just gonna get you a picture.
No, and then I turn around and be like, "Oh, hey, what are you drinking?"
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
Oh, that looks good. Maybe I'll order that. Ooh, I'll have one.
I can't wait to see this.
Or you turn into a heist, okay? So it's like the guy with the camera comes, hey, can I get a photo of you two? And you say, no.
I thought there was no publicity here.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to. Whoa.
And then you look at Yao and you're like, are you okay with this?
I like this much better. Or my diamond necklace. I don't own one.
That makes sense because like only like a really really famous person would turn it down.
Yeah.
And then Yao
Is that true?
It's like,
You're
sorry,
at the
I'm
gala.
Not, yeah, I'm not doing pictures right now. It's like, hey, can you talk to my agent kind of deal?
Oh.
And then Yao gonna be like, damn, who is this girl?
Yao Ming's probably just head empty. Not even.
But you're coming now.
I would like to.
We talked about this way too much for you to not come at this point. All right, tune in next week or on Jody's stream on Friday. Actually, you can probably talk about this tomorrow once you've done it. But podcast listener, once you hear this, go to Jody's stream and ask, how was that after party with Yao Ming?
I have to go.
You have to go.
I'm peer pressured in.
But yeah, that should be fun. And that's a perfect segue to our Shang-Chi segment of the week.
Of the week? We talk about this weekly?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't seen our podcast.
I have not gotten to the
Didn't-
segment.
Okay, well, it's in every.
Yeah, I
segment.
haven't watched
Every
all
week.
of them.
Every week. there's a
Okay, I
Shang-Chi
have
segment.
seen the beginnings because my attention span is short.
That's okay. Well, it's the Shang-Chi segment of the week. Woo!
It's Shang-Chi time, everybody.
Da 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 da. That's the Shang-Chi 2 segment.
He does all the jingles himself.
Wow, this is your dream. This is your absolute dream.
Yes, this is my most immediate, spontaneous, short-term goal I've ever had.
So what are you doing to obtain the goal? Other than tweeting at him. all
What
the time.
more can I do?
Have your people talk to some people who talk to those people and then get in. Pokimane was in Fall
Free
Guys?
Guy.
Is
Free Guy.
Free Guy. Free Guy.
Yeah. And Simu
You
Liu
could be-
follows Pokemon. But here's the thing. I don't have to impress Simu Liu. I have to impress the director. Because the actor doesn't make the call of who gets to be an
true.
extra. It's the director. But the director's probably not the one going through like, oh, this guy would be good for the
True.
background. It's the directors, casting directors, extra director. So I need to reach the extras
Yeah.
director.
Yeah, you gotta
guy.
talk to some people. The fact that you don't even know who those individuals are, what are their names? You don't want it bad enough, Toast.
Oh, fuck, she's right. I need to find out who's the casting director.
So I have something to bring to the Shang-Chi segment today, too.
He's got to weigh in. Hit me with it, bro.
So do you know the director's name?
Daniel Cretton.
Yes. So a friend of mine, I realized this recently. Daniel or Destin
Destin Cretton. Fuck.
Destin
Destin
Cretton
Cretton.
Cut it out.
I
That's
cut it
not
out.
was his teacher, like film school teacher, growing up, and he's still very close with him.
Okay.
So we are 1 degree of separation away from the director now. He's close enough where like he could make some sort of ask of some sort, but I feel like it would be weird at this point. We need a
Yes.
better strategy.
Yes.
But that is on the table.
This is everything. That's your in. Have you taken acting lessons?
Well, I don't want to act. I want to be an extra.
Why?
Because acting is too much work.
I
And I'm
understand.
afraid to go after something where I might fail at.
You want to talk about it?
No. I have a fear of failure. Like when I first started streaming, I told nobody. Because it's like, it's embarrassing if I don't make it.
Oh.
Back to Shang-Chi though. I think if I just talk about it enough, maybe
You, like,
someone,
manifest it
yeah,
into the
someone
universe.
at Shang-Chi would be like, yo, we can just put this kid in the background and he's going to be so happy and he's going to tell all his fans to watch it. It's free publicity.
Yeah. You should make an entire YouTube video of why you should be an extra in this movie.
Because I'm famous. What?
It could
Okay, look.
it could dial down to that, but you should definitely make a video.
I talk about this.
And then, what you should do is you should create yourself being an extra. You should create a scene where in your coffee shop you just bring someone their coffee, or you just like you're in a classroom and you're banging out the chalkboard things, you know.
How, like this like a variety of extras, right? There's like literally in the background, half a second shot kind of
Yeah.
deal. There's a, hey, coffee kind of deal. And there's something like speaking role, like just like, whoa, wow kind of deal. So I want ideally the wow kind. It's like where it's just like, whoa, damn.
So you want to be a
That's it.
featured extra.
Is that a featured X? That's
I
what
think
it's
it's a
called?
featured extra, yeah.
What is an example of like what movie has a featured extra?
Well, you've seen Shang-Chi, right? Do you know the bus fight scene?
Yes.
And there's a guy recording. Okay.
See, nobody remembers.
What's
featured
your
extras.
favorite? What's your favorite movie?